Good morning, students. We are talking about reporting speech. Please, the first activity is that you have to search the difference between these two sentences. Enrico said, I was on the treadmill at the gym. And Enrico said he had been on the treadmill at the gym. Notice, please, that the first difference is on the verb, okay? The verb is the first difference here. In the first sentence is was, and in the second sentence is had been. The other difference is the personal pronoun. In the first sentence, the personal pronoun is I, and in the second sentence, the personal pronoun is he. Also, the last difference in this example is the use of quotation marks. In the first sentence, we use quotation marks, and in the second one, we don't use them, okay? Now, in the first sentence, we are talking about direct speech. Direct speech, it is used to report something using the exact words of the speaker. For example, Enrico said, I was on the treadmill at the gym. We are using the exact words of Enrico. The second sentence is in reported speech. Reported speech is used to report something but using own words. This speech doesn't need quotation marks. For example, Enrico said he had been on the treadmill at the gym. Now, in this occasion, we have to focus on reported speech. But remember, reported speech is used to report something using our own words. To report speech or to report sentence, we have to use two verbs. They are called reporting verbs. These two verbs are said, and the other one is told. Pay attention with example. I am not the fittest person in the world. Remember, this sentence said Enrico. The first example are using said. Pay attention. Enrico said that he was not the fittest person in the world. Notice that in this example, we are using said. The other example is the same sentence, but we have to use told. Enrico told her that he was not the fittest person in the world. In this sentence, notice please the use of told, but pay attention. Told always need a person who receives the action. But in this case, said doesn't need a direct object. For that reason, we have to say that said is used in general form, and told needs a direct object. A direct object is a person or a thing who receives the action. Now, if we know these two verbs to report sentences or to report a speech, we are talking about reported statements. Remember that a statement is an affirmative or negative sentence. Notice this example. Pay attention in this example. I eat vegetables every day. Now, we form or we rewrite the sentence into reported speech. Say, the teacher said that she ate vegetables every day. In this case, the teacher is the person who reports. Said is the reporting verb. That is like a connector, but it is used between parentheses because it is not necessary. In some cases, if you want, you can omit it. And pay attention, what is the change? In this case, to report sentence, we change the subject because in the first sentence say I, in reported say she. The second part is it. This is the verb in present simple, and in this sentence is ate. The verb is in past simple. And after that we have complete with the complement. Say, the teacher said that she ate vegetables every day. But what happened with the verb? How do we change it into present from past? A rule for reported speech or for reported statement said that the verb comes one things back and report the speech. What does it mean? Remember that say that we have to go back. We have to retrocede the verb in reported speech. Similar like a graph. Now, to make this so easier, I present to you a chart with some tenses in direct speech. Remember that they are using quotes, and the other ones in reported speech. Pay attention because you have to work out these forms. If I have a sentence in present simple, we have to change into past simple. If you have a sentence in present continuous, like the example, you have to change into past continuous, and so on. Also, in reported speech, we have to pay attention to the time expressions change. If a sentence in direct speech are or is using today, now, tonight, like time expressions, in reported speech they change. Today change by that day. Now change by then. Tonight change by that night, and so on. Also these words, here by there, this but that, and these by those. It's okay? Now we have to practice with some exercises to get it better. And the practice says that you have to report the following sentences. She said, I can stay at home today. Please write the sentence. Correct. We have to use she said that between parentheses she could stay at home that day. Remember that always to reinforce the use of verbs and how to change them, you can search or look at from the page 122 in your notebook. Next, the second sentence says, he said, I lived in London 2 years ago. Now, the sentence in the reported speech is there. He said that he had lived in London 2 years before. Lived. is in past simple. For that reason, we have to report and change into past perfect. And the time expressions change because say 2 years before. Number 3. Paul said, I am writing my test. In reported speech, it say, Paul said that he was writing his test. Pay attention in this part. You have also, in some cases, to change the possessive pronouns. In direct speech, say my. In reported speech, say his, because we are changing the subject. Sentence number 4. He told me Kate took my book. In reported speech, the sentence is here. He told me that Kate had taken his book. Okay? And finally, she told her the train doesn't leave at 5 p.m. The reported sentence is, she told her that the train didn't leave at 5 p.m. We have to use didn't leave because the direct sentence or the direct statement is in present simple in negative. For that reason, we have to use in reported speech didn't leave at 5 p.m. Now pay attention. It is a good topic, but remember, you have to practice the chart of verbs. Thank you.